Now that we've pulled the reel mechanism out of the machine itself, you can see in the back there where the reel connections actually plug in here and there, 2 points. You can also see where the handle with this connection there is how the handle ties into the reel mechanism itself. Now we'll back up, we'll look at the reels itself. There's the front of the wheels that we were seeing a while ago. And if we go around on this side, this is the machine, the side away from the handle, you can see all the mechanics and the switches of the things that actually manage the electricity as the reels play out. There's one set of switches here run by a solenoid as well as a timer. You have another bank or two more banks of switches based on the pulls of the handle as well as the timer for the reels to stop. Down here at the bottom, this little propeller looking fan here is what times the reel lock mechanisms. It is purely mechanical, so as the reels gets pulled and are released, they're locked in, and then this little fan turns. The air friction keeps it turning at a slow pace until it moves far enough to start tripping the levers on the reels one at a time as they go across. Now let's look and see how that actually works. Here's a side view of the reel. And if you notice, the reel has different wheels, different slots in its wheels as it goes around. Each slot's a little bit deeper than the other slots. These slots represent the different symbols on the reel itself. So when it's in this lower one, as this latch is here, then this arm doesn't allow it to roll as far. And if you look, this is how it knows. You have a wiper blade that we call, and I'm going to move it back, and you can see how the wheel could turn. And then when it goes to a different slot, it will move in further than it did on the last one. So you can see that the slots and the points will line up differently for each of the slots. So as the reels get spun, the wheels are simply spinning around. Timers in that clock that we saw will release each one of these arms one at a time, and it drops in. And when it drops in, it lines up differently. Each reel has its own set of wipers, its own set of contacts, and its own set of wiring, so that when the winning combination is made, electricity will flow through all three sets of contacts, and it tells the machine how much of a win this thing actually has. Now we're on this side of the machine where we have the lever pull. Down here at the bottom is two main gears. The handle yoke that we saw a while ago ties in here. It pushes downward and pushes everything together. I'll spin the reels here in just a minute. This pulls this down, shoves this across, pulls these components back, which essentially winds the machine. This area here is simply an air piston that keeps the handle from shocking and banging back, and it also tries to prevent some really fast pulls so that there's less damage done to the machine. So what we'll do now is we will spin the wheel manually with the video from the back, and you can see, or from the back side, we will see how each of the wipers, one at a time, will make a connection and decide whether or not there's a win to be paid. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to manually pull the switches so that we can see it work from the back with everything inside. These reels are really hard to push. And there you go. In that case, there was not a winner. As you can see, the blades all lined up a little differently, but that's the way she works, and hopefully you can see the fan moving. So it's all 100% mechanical, completely random. There's a couple of things that even add to the randomness of it, and I'll show you some of those components now. As with any mechanical device, if it's made the same and the pressure's made the same, everything should function the same and you should get the same results over and over again. Well, on the slot machine, that's really not what you want. So there are devices added into this to make things change a little bit each pull. One of the first things it changes is how long it takes before the first set of wheels start tripping. We saw a while ago how when the wipers are tripping, this motor was moving things. Well, this motor turns and controls this lever here. And if you notice, this component here can reach back and trip this wheel. What this wheel does, as I'm moving it, it actually is on a cam. This rod connects from here across to here, which is what releases the wheels. This cam makes this rod longer or shorter, thus making it sooner or later to release the initial wheels. So this cam is done to lengthen this, is done to adjust the time that it takes for the wheels to start tripping the wipers. Now, so we come around, inside these wheels there are tripper arms. Now we'll come around and we'll look underneath the machine, the reel section. These arms here that connects to there over to here is what actually allows the tripping of the wipers. This arm, solid rod. This arm, second one, solid rod. This arm, the third one, looky there. It has a cam wheel on it and a catch, just like the timer on the fan does. So the third reel, the time it actually gets tripped is variable based on this cam and this pull. So every pull has a different timing for the third reel to turn off. So there's two ways that the machine manages to adjust the timing of each of the wipers, and again adds another layer of randomness to the slot machine itself. Well, there you have it. An early 70s vintage Bally's Electro-Mechanical nickel slot machine. The inside and the outside. Guaranteed to give you hours of fun while it merrily and happily takes your nickels and gives you nothing but the joy of a handle pull in return.